A car's come, bang, 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 about 6 shots. I can just feel the bullets like, it's just gone. So I've gone on the phone one morning, son, and hearing your mum go, my heart just dropped. I thought, something, she's gone, brother Gary's dead. I went, you what? She said, yeah, he got stabbed last night and his heart is dead. If you want to play in the streets have no rules and the streets don't love nobody, so most men get big, especially in jail, for the intimidation. I've been scared, I've been vulnerable, but no one was there to help me. I had to front it, not proud of it. I got a gun and went to go shoot someone, ended up getting shot. Who can I blame? Yeah, my dad was involved with his killing, yeah.
Why would he do that?
Wow.
Welcome to Your Camel, all about grinding today for a better tomorrow. So if that's your kind of jam, make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, man, today we got a special guest. Hailing from Manchester, Skele, aka Matthew. Welcome to the podcast, brother.
Yeah, nice one. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. I'm going to paint a picture, right? Bit of scene, because Manchester now, I would say, and I don't know if you would agree with me, yeah? It's like an entrepreneurial city now. People calling it the next London.
London, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's up and coming, family orientated, right? But once upon a time, it was dubbed as like Gunchester.
Yeah, the Bronx of UK.
Exactly. And you know, for people that don't know, like bodies dropping every week.
Yeah.
You're from Rusholme, Moss Side. These weren't just areas. They were like battlegrounds, war zones. You know what I mean? It was bad. And you know, I was saying to you off camera, I was born and raised alongside, and I seen it from my peripherals, right?
Yeah.
But you're someone in it knee deep.
Yeah.
I was in it knee deep, contributing to the shootings, stabbings, even murders, right? So paint a picture for us, bro. Take us back to the height of it all, the height of the point of action, right? What was it like, bro? Rusholme, all these areas when you were growing up?
At first, I'd like to say to any young person that watches this is not glamorise it in any way. It's stupid. I regret doing it. A lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people got hurt, as you're going to hear. I got hurt. Brothers got hurt. So this is not glorification of that stupidness I did. This is just facts to give you the outcome of your choices, the consequences that you will face if you want a gangbang, want to be a gangster, gang, whatever you want to call it. So in the, I'd say mid-90s, late 90s to early 2000s, at the height of it, on a hot day like this, I'd get up, brush my teeth, throw my black clothes on, bulletproof vest under it. I'd grab the 9mm, my brother would grab a 4.5 revolver, balaclavas, we'd get 2 other man, we're on pedal bikes, we're riding with no hands. So if we see you, we can just start squeezing. Obviously we go through the areas like Moss Side and back then alongside. I ain't got a problem with no one now, but back then it was the areas we had problems with. We'd go through alongside, see anyone to engage in a shootout with, or, you know, try and rob someone. Then you might jump in a car, fly through Moss Side, you know, you're going through your enemy's area. Then we stop with gangs that we're affiliated with, so you might see a couple of Gooch boys, a couple of Fallowfield boys, Old Trafford boys. And obviously you're smoking, you're drinking, you know, you're plotting on who you can rob. You know, you got the hood rats, as we call them, the girls that have just got no morals, who are just getting passed around. You know, they like that type of lifestyle. Obviously, you're smoking, you're drinking, you're cruising. And then you're selling drugs. You got the youngsters shotting for you. So where I lived in Rusholme, it was called Hillgrove. Obviously, everyone around Rusholme, you could stop anyone from that area and they'll tell you, yeah, that corner house. So we used to have like 10, 12 gang members outside, you know, playing football. You got the wheelie bins as the goals. You're playing football. All the coats are hiding the 2 guns. There's man in cars playing music. You got a few, like I said, might be gal out of town coming through. To us, it felt like a community because we knew everyone there, so you felt safe in Rusholme. If you're from RCG, the gang me and my brother built, you felt safe because it's Rusholme. Everyone knows you know, the neighbours. So in that aspect, it was like a community. But there'll be times you're chilling and you'll just look to your left and you'll see 3-4 man on mountain bikes with a gun out. Obviously, you're not even thinking first to grab that gun. You're first to turn and run. But then sometimes you got the little kids there. So now you have to turn around and be like, what you doing? There's kids here. And your heart's pounding. I'm not always saying like I'm some Superman. Of course, my heart was pounding, but you've got little kids there who, you know, you're buying ice cream because it's a community. It's there were like 20 houses. So they'll be like respecting, like, okay, we'll catch you. Then you feel violated. You go and grab them guns, jump in a car, go looking for them. You might find there be a shooting or whatever. But when you look how it was down for, that was over crapness.
Yeah, no, I remember it, bro. What you described there is so perfectly well, man. And like I said, I was looking at it from my peripherals, right? Yeah. But there were streets where you couldn't go on, and it's like, you know, it's feared. Like, after certain times, like, you know, you don't be going there. But what was it like, Rusholme, when you were growing up as a little child?
I liked it. We had the bumper park, the bumper slide park. We had the five-a-side. And that was when I'm talking between probably 7 and 12. So we used to do car minding. On a Saturday, me and my brother would get up, meet our friends and go to the outside main road, the city ground, and we'd all have our own street. So say your parents pulled up, can we mind your car? And, you know, you become a regular, so you'll give me £2. I used to make £35 every weekend. That took the pressure off my mum. So when it come to Monday, my mum's not waiting to go post office to get the money to get a clipper card so you can go on the bus.
Clipper cards. Wow, it's taking me back, bro. I remember that. Bloody hell.
And it came to Sunday, your mum would send you shot for the News of the World, newspaper, Vimto, basmati rice to make the Sunday dinner. But it felt good saying, nah, mum, we'll pay for that.
Yeah.
You know, so...
The energy on the streets were different back then as well.
It was...
Kids playing Kirby,
Kirby.
Outdoors. Do you know what I mean? Not like how it is now, everyone on the PlayStation and all that.
But then you could trust your neighbour.
Yeah.
I remember my mum used to say, you could go shopping and leave your door open. Really, in the 80s and 90s, you could. We used to go quick save and leave the door unlocked. And ain't no one running the house because everyone knew you and it was respect and it was kind of love. I loved going to primary school. Me and my older brother, Gary, God rest his soul, he was my best friend, like my dad, my soulmate, my brother. We did everything together. He was 2 years older. So when we were building dens, when we were young, going looking for girls, you know, I was always with him. I never forget, I was about 7 and we liked these girls. I must have been 12, 13. And I saved up money and we went and brought him some Ferrero Rochers. And I remember them saying, oh, ain't he sweet? But then their boyfriend started walking over, so we had to run off. It was my childhood was good because I had Gary.
You're right. Yeah. And you guys were inseparable, right?
Inseparable, best friends.
Which we're going to expand on in a bit. Yeah. What was home life like indoors though?
Indoors, it was chaos. So me and my mum are in a great place now. I love the woman. I understand why she did some things, what she did, because I was that kid that my mum would say, do this. I'm like, no, it's Gary's turn. And it was truthfully Gary's turn, but your mum's asked you to do something, and normally you should do it. But I'm a kid like, no, it's his turn, so I'll get beat for it. Because obviously West Indian, Jamaican, that heritage, they grew up beating, you know. So obviously it just got passed down. So it would be things like...
You're saying what's right is right, basically.
Yeah, what's right is right, but I don't know. I can't answer why. So remember one time I burnt the piece of paper of a match and threw it in the drawer. I was only about 6. And mum grabbed the match and said, I'll teach her not to burn anything, and started burning my hand. Probably for about 3-4 seconds. But obviously as a kid, I screamed, ran upstairs. Gary put my hand in the cold water and I don't remember nothing until waking up. And she's like, get to school, rare. And went to school, the nurse put the cream on it. Miss Gary, I never forget, our old nurse put a cream and a bandage on it. Things like that. Things like Gary would get a new pair of football boots. Never forget, £160 for David Beckham Predator boots. He played one game and that was it. I'm playing for Northwest at this time, Northwest Boys, Manchester Giants, just been made on the England team. I had to go with holes in my trainers, and then I had to go to the Adidas factory, which was all like last year's stuff. And you know, it's like when you get high school, people want to dish you, and then you got to back yourself, and then you start getting angry because you're thinking who you think you're dissing, and really, they're telling the truth, you got holes in your trainers, but you didn't want to be that victim, so then you want to become the perpetrator, and then you're thinking, why do you treat my brothers different?
Why do you think that is? Out of all your siblings, you mentioned that you were treated the most harshest.
I think it's because I might have had, I don't know. I just think it's, I couldn't, seriously, I've searched my brain, like, I don't know, maybe because I was the mouthy one and they're all mummy's boys. I'm a mummy's boy, but it's got me later on in life to forgive a lot of things. Then you got this unruly, as she would say, unruly child. So only about 2 years ago, I spoke to my mum and said, you never look at it from my point of view. You're asking me to do something, but I'm telling you it's Gary's turn or it's JJ's turn. You're beating me because I'm telling you a true fact. And she went, I never looked at it like that. And we're laughing about it because, like I say, it's my mum. Mum gets a pass. Dad don't get a pass because she still cooks, she's still clean. And I tell you this now, my mum taught me about, I used to hate it when I was like 10, 11, she made me clean out a chicken, taught me how to clean and got out a chicken, how to marinate it, how to season it, how to wash it down with vinegar and lemon. Mum taught me how to cook, taught me how to clean. And I was about 3 years ago, I phoned her and I went, Mum, you know what? I'm going to say thank you because I don't need a woman to cook, to iron, to clean. I was just doing something I thought, The woman taught me skills back then, what I hated that I've got me good now.
Was your father present in your life?
Yeah, he was in and out, but he's one of them fathers who come just to see my mum.
Right.
And, oh, you're right, son. And he might talk to you for 20 minutes. And his favourite thing was give you a $5 or a $10. Then before he goes, oh, just give us that back. I'm going to get some cigarettes. My dad was just a waste man. He was just, when you're young and you can hear like arguing and you see your mum crying, but I'll never forget. We had a living room, we had a back room, we had a pool table, and me and my brother Gary playing pool. I remember it clear as day. I'm no older than what? 6. And I just heard arguments, so I've gone into the kitchen. When you come in the hallway, the kitchen door was open. And I just remember my dad saying, I said, don't effing take him, and bang my mum. And my mum like flew back. So I ran in, Gary's running, and Gary's trying to hit him, and he's like threw Gary out of the way, like pushed him out of the way. I remember holding my mum crying. And I said, that always sticks in my head. And I always thought, when we got older, I'll never forget, I was about 13, 12. But I was, 12, because that's when we first got the deuces, snap and caps. Gary would have been 14, and me, Gary, and my friend are upstairs just talking, about to go out. And we just hear the argument, and like something smashed. My dad like threw the remote, so we ran downstairs. Instantly, both stood next to my mum. Gary's whipped out the 2 gun and said, what? And I've gone, do you think you can hit my mum? Think my mum's had 4 boys? If you used to hit her, I'd do it again. I swear I'll put you in the grave with your mum. And I weren't joking. You think you can hit my mum? No, what my mum does to me, that's my mum. You're a waste of space, Dad. But then from that, he started knowing that, he left my mum alone. He still come round. If mum, I get it. That's the only guy she's been with. My mum's a loyal woman. But he just knew, don't try it.
Wow, so much to unpack there, because I like to look at the history, because these they give you clues as to why certain people take certain actions or go down a certain path, you know what I mean? So for example, you mentioned absent father there, and looking at the statistics in prison, 85% of young males in prison come from absent father homes. So if you deep that's 85%. That's a lot from absent father.
No,
you know what I mean?
I can believe that's a true fact, because when you turn 11, 12, your mum slaps don't hurt no more. Your mum ain't the enemy, but what can she do to control you? Where when you've got that masculine man who can sit you down, listen, son, I've been through rare, do the basketball. My dad never took me to a basketball game. I used to hold it all against my mum, but my mum's got 3 other kids in the house. She's just keeping the house afloat. Who knows what she's going through back then? This guy's 2 miles down the road with his other baby mother, giving them everything. I'm not outside, like I love my brothers and everything, but you forgot about the kids in this house. So that's when, like you're saying, the fake masculinity comes in where, I want to be the man in the house. I want to look after mum. I'm sick of mum crying for money or borrowing money. I'm sick of eating corned beef and rice for 2-3 days, even though it's a nice meal. Nah, I'm sick of not going to Alton Towers or going to these trips when they take you on school and it's 350. And you're asking your mum and she says, where's C? That's a kind way of saying no. Till it comes down to it and then she explodes. No, I've got a uniform to buy and this. That's because as a parent, she's hurting, she can't do it, but she should have that man to ease that burden. But he was just too busy being a waste man, having kids, and all of his kids have been to jail, and that's certain as a father. Ain't none of my kids been to jail. They're all in a good way, and I was an actual gang leader, so it just shows you when you have a father in your life. And the more, I've got to give it to my son's mum, of the one I've got 2 kids to. Great mum. Yeah.
The relationship dynamics between you, Gary, and your mum, to me, is particularly interesting. As you mentioned there, like there was an element of neglect, would you say? Is that the right word?
Yeah. I would say emotional neglect.
Emotional neglect, right?
Yeah.
From what you described, like Gary's a favourite, or the siblings are getting a bit more better treatment.
Yeah.
In that situation, it's common for one sibling to feel resentment to the other sibling that's getting the favourite treatment.
Yeah.
But what's interesting, that never happened to you.
You want to know why? Because I looked at it.
I do.
Why I never resented him. Gary, from all I can remember as a kid, he's always been there for me. He's always, when my mum burnt me, he put my hand under the tap. When sometimes my mum might shout at me and I'm feeling away, Gary put his arm around me, it's all right, bro, rare. When someone gives you proper unconditional love, no matter what it might be, physical, mental, emotional, like, I've seen this guy shed a tear. Later on, like when I've been shot, I've seen this guy shed a tear. And this guy didn't want to leave it for a good 5-6 years after it. He's talking about, we need to get revenge. I'm like, bro, leave it. We've did certain things. Let's just leave it at that. And it's part of the game. He's like, nah. He couldn't take anything that happened to me because I chose him over basketball. And I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Because when I wasn't there, he lost his life. When he wasn't there with me, I ended up getting shot. Yin and Yang are always supposed to be together. When I was in jail, he never robbed anyone. He just hustled because his sidekick, his best friend, is not beside him. When you've got someone you know is going to protect you without a shadow of doubt, best way to explain it is like, say Gary's on the highest building and God said, right, I'm going to throw him. You can catch him, but there's £1 billion over there. If you run and pick it up a certain way, you'll be able to get back and get Gary and have the £1 billion. A lot of people would, with their loved ones, would think about, I'll just be like, drop him. Like, drop him. I'm not bothered about the money. Just drop him, because he's just always been there. Because when I'm in jail, no matter what I've been through, he's been there. When I've been crying, when I've been up, when I've been down, I can phone this guy and it just make you feel better. So, yeah.
No, respect, man. You went to Burnage, right?
Yeah, Burnage High School.
I went to Burnage as well, man. Do you remember the £1.50 dinner ticket?
Dinner tickets, yeah. Ours was 120.
120?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's right. I think it started in high school, because I used to, on the dinner queue, I'd be like, yo, do you want to move up to these places? Give me £1. Yo, do you want to come to the front with me? You'll give me £3. Like, I used to make a good £6 and then go to the ice cream van and say, yo, buy me order something, and say he's going to pay. Because you had the kids, and I ain't going to lie, it was always a lot of Asian kids that had the money because they had both parents. So when they put opening their wallet, they got 10, 15 quid. Yo, I've got a little £4. I've just bullied people for, like, the first day you go back to school, it was the white kids and the Asian kids that would have, you know, the pencil case. Yo, I've got a pen and a pencil in the pocket of your blazer and it's leaked already.
Yeah,
You're thinking, just look how they come with the folder and everything. Mum that have the money to get that, she's making sure you've got your uniform, because, again, the waste man dad is having kids everywhere and not financially looking after his kids. When you're a young boy, as you get to 12, 13, if your dad's not doing the emotional thing, you don't want it no more. You're just thinking, help mum with the money so my mum's not struggling. Then if not, most kids are going to sell weed. They're going to do something. So fathers have to take that on them.
Yeah. Using that as insight, bro, what you just said there, you became, putting it into your own words, you became a bit of a bully then, in that sense, right?
Yeah.
But is that because you had a bit of a chip on your shoulder as to what's going on at home?
Home and jealousy, just being real.
Yeah.
You've got what I ain't got. Your dad's picking you up. I'm putting my hand up for the 149 bus. And if you miss it, it's an hour walk from Burnage to Rusholme.
Yeah.
Your mum and dad's coming basketball. You're coming with new trainers. You got new socks. You know, like you have the white socks, you might have red and black stripe. I've got one red and black and one yellow and green. So you got to fold it over that. As a kid, it starts to hurt when you can't even go Alton Towers and your mum's giving you 20 quid. And I thanked her for the 20 quid, but when you're asking your dad and your dad's like, get to me, you're like, I can't, you're in my side. He had a car, he couldn't even drive up. But then when you go see him, he's got money on the table and all that, and you think, it's a piece of crap, you. Then that hurt, that resentment against him, the resentment against the world because you're not getting what you got. And then put that with jealousy, and you don't know how to control these feelings. Like, as a grown man now, I might see someone, I'm not jealous, I'm like, you know what, he's doing his thing, whatever he's doing to get that, fair play to him. But as a kid, why has he got that? And no one ain't telling you it's because your dad's a waste man. You're just thinking...
Because back then you can't make sense of it. You can't articulating it as well as you do now, obviously, as a grown man. But back then, you just raw emotions. You don't know how to navigate that. Do you know what I mean?
And then you're talking to your friends like, yeah, waste man, yo, let's go do this, let's go do that. To get his emotions and our anger out, we're going to rob someone, or you go look for someone to shoot. Then when you're in jail, you say, right, yeah, you're going to lie to yourself and say, yeah, my mum was an op. Now you did it because you couldn't control your emotions and you acted irrational, and now you're doing 35 or you're doing 15, whatever. Back then it would have been, 25, 20.
Bro, it just shows how important the family unit is. If you want to go to the root cause, not just deal with the symptoms, you got to deal with the family unit. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because the family unit is like a brick, man. Yeah. And if you have a lot of bricks, make a wall, that's society in a metaphoric sense, right? But then if you have too many holes in the wall, what happens? It's going to collapse, isn't it? And that's what's happening to our society right now, man, in some ways, isn't it? A lot of people are cussing out. I'm not one of them, by the way, but they're cussing out the UK, they're leaving. A lot of the entrepreneurs are bouncing as well. I think 16,000 entrepreneurs are projected to leave this year, 2025, and 10,000 left last year. Millionaires talking about, specifically speaking. But relating back to the society in a sense, you know, knife crime going up, all this going up. But if we want to deep it, I don't know.
Most of it's the parents. A lot of parents are friends. A lot of parents don't care. A lot of men have left their homes. A lot of mum are dealing with different men. A lot of parents are going out and dancing and twerking with the daughter and taking coke with the daughter. A lot of fathers ain't fathers. So you have to take the blame. I look at, and it's not always the parent's fault, because you can be the best parent, and if your son wants to go that way, he's going to go that way. But a big percentage of it, what I see in the field I see, is parents. And it's not the mums, because 9 times out of 10 is single parents. The dads have left, so that young male's looking for someone to fill that void. And if you can guide him and like always be there for him, because when I finish working with someone, I don't just leave him. They'd get me on Instagram, they get me on Snapchat, and it's just nice for someone to think, yo, Matthew cares, let me reach out for him, and I'm going to give him the best advice like I give my own son. That's what a human being is like. I'm not alone. Even if it's just Matthew, someone cares.
Yeah, and that's what all young men want deep down. I remember feeling like that, bro. I had both parents intact, but you just want that, because my dad was an immigrant dad, right? And he's typical, like, my way or the highway, no emotions, bro. Just like, you know what I mean? It's typical, just like, sort of thing. So you yearn for that. As a young man, you yearn for leadership, guidance. And when you get that from wherever you get it from, that's where you're going to gravitate towards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just so interesting. You eventually got kicked out of school, Burnage.
Yeah, I was kicked out by end of the year 9. They had enough of me. They got rid of me and sent me to hide away in my side. And that was our enemies going there. So I went once when Old Chicken Ice Rink. I'll never forget. This is how some of you, Pete. So there's a guy called, his name's Dwayne. There's most Dwaynes, but he knows who I'm on about. And me and he went to Burnish together. We'll show you how people are jealous. Because I was a better basketballer. I was like the main attraction. So now we've gone to this crew. There's 2 guys, I ain't got to name them, in the toilets from the opposite side. And they knew they have to ever listen to this. And that Dwayne thought was my friend's gone, rah, you're Rusholme. You're such and such a gang. Rah. There's 2 of you, right? You get it on. I remember stepping back and just saying, come on, Dan, I'm not asked, let's go. God is my witness, I am not lying. Oh, no, I ain't got no problems with you, rare. But I remember thinking, you little snake. And that's how I tell young people, watch those closest to you. Because if you're making any good headway or your name's, I'm not saying ring it, but your name, my man's good at football. It's always the ones close to you that look and think, right, I'll get him robbed or I hope he breaks his leg.
Really?
I asked young people, you got 10 friends, how many do you trust with your life? And they all go 1 or 2. I went, there you go, the other 80% while you're around them. Because you don't want to be lonely, I get it, but you're going to trip up because you've got too many people involved in your personal life. Them 2 that you know. I say like this when he goes, oh, look at this coat. I'm like, yo, nice coat that. So how many of your friends, if you go out now, say 10 of them, how many are going to be like, yeah, it's all right, that. Or when you make a rap song, they're like, yeah, it's all right. It's like, yo, quite a few of them are like, they're the haters, get rid of him. The other friends will be like, yo, that's sick, that, bro. Yeah, that's nice. That, yo, send it me. I try and... So they're the ones that are going to push you further. Them other ones are hating.
Yeah. This is the reality of the game, though, isn't it? But when you essentially got kicked out of Burnage, that was your sort of initiation into the criminal world?
No, I started that at, 12, 13. I was selling weed. About 12, 12. And then 13, started moving into heroin and crack cocaine and weed. And then by 14, I had my first gun, I was 13, 14, I had a deuce snap and cap Dillinger with the 2 holes in the bottom. And then we had a 9mm, then we had a sawn off, then we had a pump. Then we had a Sterling machine gun with a tripod, and you put the clip in the side, a banana clip, and you can put it on semi and full. We had a 45, a 44, we had a 38 Bulldog. And the one we couldn't get was a 357 that Gary wanted, or a Desert Eagle. He wanted that so badly.
Desert Eagle, wow, I've kicked back on that, damn. Do you know what I mean? Forget that,
bro. The 45 and the 44 was a big kickback. And I'm not saying anything, like I said, I'm not glamorizing 100%. It. They were just the guns that we had because you heard about it in rap music, Tupac. My fofo. So you want a fofo. That's how stupid it is. We're following what America's doing. Yeah. Like, I'm so glad I'm turning my life around and life is just banging now. Life is perfect. On the legal side, young people.
Damn, so at 13, you were knee deep then. You were selling Class A's, you say?
Yeah.
It wasn't like a gradual thing. It was just straight sucked into that world.
Remember, if you think you're a gangster, you aspire to be a gangster or roadman. You're going to watch roadman things. You're going to listen to roadman, that drill music. To us, it was Tupac, COS, Brother Lynch, that real hardcore C murder. These men are talking about smoking blunts. So we got blunts, Alizé, Hennessy. We started drinking that. Talking about ride-bys. We started doing drive-bys. Then talking about walking you down. We started jumping out and walking. So you're doing, because you're thinking, right, these men are real gangsters. The Bloods and Crips are real gangsters. I want to do what real gangsters do. So then you just up your game. Monster Cody, read that book.
Monster Cody.
The military mindset, Gary got
Life
off that
of
book.
a LA gangster.
Yeah. Yo, you think you're somebody. I've come from Rusholme. We've only got like me and Gary and another 8, 9 gang members. Gooch, Longside and Dodder. In fact, they had 20 to 30, 40 members. They had big gangs. None of us died from gang violence. None of my brothers, none of us have been died from, and I'm the only one that's been shot. Everyone's got gangsters in their gang, that real gangsters. Everyone from Salford, all across the board, every city. Yeah. But you got to give it to the facts. We did our thing in that era, not proud of it. So when you think you're bad and then I come, and I'm a laughy guy. So when I've seen it in jail where man are all looking serious and then I'm like, yo, mess with my baby, yo, shut up, you knob, rare, yo, I'll catch you later. You see people looking like, this guy's a dick. So then when me and you get an altercation and you go, well, what you dick? And I go, and obviously everyone's looking and I'm like, who, me? Well, prove me a dick. What? No, you said I'm a dick. Prove me a dick. And 95%, you think I'm a dick? Yo, I didn't call you a dick. You said I'm a dick. Prove me a dick. You can't, can you? Fuck all this, yo, I'm gone. Yo, I'll shout you in a bit, bro. See you on Soch. Man, I left holding the meat because a lot of people think, why do a lot of guys get big? Tell us, what do you think, why?
Got free time.
Nah, I said it in jail and everyone said it's right. Most men get big, especially in jail, for the intimidation. You see a big guy, you think he can fight. You see a big guy, you gotta, nah, it's all about your heart. I don't care how big you get, how much weight you can pump. That just means you're more slower pumping a punch.
Yeah. You mentioned Monster Cody there and the influences, whatever you listen to. I remember people telling me about a story when they were about to do a thing, right? And then they listened to Tupac Hit 'Em Up.
Yeah,
so imagine what's going through your mind, bro, when you're listening to Tupac Hit 'Em Up, you know what I'm trying to say? But, and I remember you saying, this is, we can laugh and joke about this now, right? But I remember when the news, when talking about Gunchester or gang violence, yeah, you said to, I think it was Gary or someone, we did that. We contributed towards that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
How stupid it is, because I was buzzing at the time, because when they're saying the crime rate's gone up and the shooting rate's gone up, because you're a gangster, you got to know that, yo, we are helping them stats go up. It's stupid.
Yeah.
But in that moment, you felt proud to say, yo, we're part of that. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Now looking back, stupid.
Stupid, but that's what it's the environment, though, isn't it? If you're in that little bubble, that's all you're going to see. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like people in Rusholme, alongside whatever, man, like even my age category, man, they don't know what's possible out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember telling someone, you're going to laugh at this, telling someone I'm going to start a podcast. Started it a couple of years in. I seen a guy I've not seen in ages, right? He bumped into me. He goes, oh, mate, how's your radio station going? I'm like, yeah, do you know what I mean? They're like, just in a little bubble, man. Don't know what's happening, bro. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Yeah, it's going good, man. It's going good. Do you know what I'm saying? Talk to me, because you got involved in violence very early on as well, bro. You mentioned the snap and cap 2 shot, right? Yeah. Like you shot someone at 13 in the knee.
No, 15.
15, well, still.
Yeah.
15, 13, whatever it is, right? That's young, bro. Getting into that flipping world, doing that kind of madness, right? Walk me through that. What happened, bro? What was the situation regarding that?
So I'm not going to say his name. Jealousy. Guy from my side, from a certain gang. And me, we used to go basketball in Bellevue.
Yeah.
Play basketball in Rusholme, like, because even though we're from opposite sides, we're cool. So it got to 15 and a half. 16, just 16. And I'm going, because I'm going to jail that year. I was 16. He's come, I'm outside the shop, Links on Great Western Street, and him and his cousin are there, and me and my brother from Birmingham. And he said something, I'm like, what? So I'm like, yo, I'll punch your face in. And he's like, what? So my brother's like, nah, let's go 5-a-side, I'll bang you. Skele, you take him. So Dave got off, then we're in the Grove, Gary's inside, I'm just outside chilling. 4 of them have pulled up, one of them jumped out, my man, and gripped me by my throat. So I'm like, you fucking hand off me. Gary just happened to come out. I swear, God, my way, if I'm lying, kill me in my car, don't make me wake up tomorrow. He's just come to the door, and he just looked, because he's just, wow, what's that commotion? Dave got in the car and burnt off. So now me, Gary, and the Regin T, we're in the car, we're in Moss High, we're on Princess Parkway, it's in traffic. He's there, Gary's got the knife on him. This guy's like 2 cars in front ready to cross. Gary's gone to jump out to stab him. I go, nah, in all this traffic, bro. No bally's on. Come, let's go. Gary and Fingy's got off, my brother, to go lick a shot alongside. So I'm at the 5-a-side on my brother's little Malagotti 50, like Rev and Gold. Remember, it's a hot day in summer. And I don't know where, you know, when there's a commotion, everyone seems to come out. There were 2 gal there that I was doing a thing with. My baby mother was there. Everyone was there. And I'm thinking, what? So Mama's gone, what? Yeah, you Rusholme, Gooch knobs. I've gone, what? He's gone, said it again. So I looked at my brother, not Gary, my other brother, and he's just gone. I've just gone, bap. But he's gone through his the trouser of his knee, but he's missed his knee. So when he's looked and seen the hole, he's gone, oh, it's a real gun. I started like doing that. God's my witness, I ran to him. Ran off, gone home, snapped it. And there was only 1 bullet in the top one. There wasn't one in the second one, but after about 20 minutes, I thought, thank God. Because I found out that two bullets will go in and bounce off all your bones. They're not power enough to go in and out. So that could have cut through lungs, anything. Then we're chilling there. And obviously, his cousins were from alongside. They've pulled up. I'm talking to the main one, cool. He's like, he just wants to come and fight you. So I'm thinking, shit. So we got to the 5-a-side, had a fight, writ him off.
Who did you fight, sorry?
The guy from my side. So the one I shot, he come back with his family from alongside. So
Right.
he had alongside and Dotterton there. And then it was me, Gary, a couple of Rusholme guys and a couple of Gooch guys there.
Right.
1-on-1 straight enough, fucked him straight up. That's facts, fucked him up. Lip was hanging off. Big cut is going like, fucked him up. And I never forget, I'm walking through, true story, walking through the alleyway and I'm blacking out because I had a hold of my heart and I'd asked my, so I'm blacking out. My man's about where you are. I've just turned around and gone. All he would have to do is just push me. He would have like made me fall.
Yeah.
Gary's like out of the corner. He had the 9mm, black 9mm Luger, just there like, and I was thinking, please don't put your hand on me. Don't put your hand on me because Gary will just gun you down. I just turned around, walked into mum's house and just collapsed. And mum waking me up like that. And I was like, yo, who won the fight? And obviously, I'm 15, 16. I'm like, they're like, you know, your reputation goes up because, yeah, you can shoot. But that was like the second, third fight from guys from a set gang that I've had fights with and won. So my reputation, and I've been jailed, had a few fights. Like, I ain't no knockout artist, but I can look after myself. I can look after me and my kids, me and my missus. I can. But,
yeah. Do you know how we talked about before earlier, bro? Like, you know, sometimes it's a front, like, you know, you do certain things for street credits, etc. But when you shot someone, you almost killed him. As you mentioned there, you clipped for the second time. And luckily, as you said, it's not a fatality, right? But when you went home, when the adrenaline rushed down, or whatever, when it all kind of settled, how was you really feeling about it, the situation?
Glad that I beat him up. Glad that I shot him and didn't injure him. And then glad that I didn't kill him because I would be going to jail. But I was so relieved that, you know, because I seen him come out of the hospital, he had bandages on his face and everything. But then I seen the impact of that, like, anytime I see him, my man would nod and walk, like, you can see the fear in his eyes. And I remember when I got shot, like, you know what, PTSD is real. Like, obviously, you don't tell your boys straight away that you're scared to go on road because you've got to have that image and that persona. But yeah, after I got shot with a machine gun, and I got shot through both legs, my penis, my testicle, I've got a bullet in my right leg with a MAC-10, like, for the next, I ain't gonna lie, 2-3 months, anywhere I went, I had a gun on me and I would have shot just for the sake of, like, if I seen two black guys all in black, yeah, I would have shot anyone. But I didn't want to go out. So anytime I would go out, I'd call my two little brothers who were heavily in it then. I'd phone Gary. But I didn't want to go to the shotgun thing. Oh, you hear a bang, you're like it's real. And it took me about 4 months, like, to proper get over it, like, where I could hear a bang and not be bothered. But I ain't gonna lie, it shook me for about 12 weeks.
This is what I'm trying to get to, because a lot of people have to keep a front on. Because I've seen in the news of the day, but this guy's, they dubbed him as a Snapchat killer. So after he stabbed someone, he did immediately put a story on his Snapchat saying, no, I've just did a madness. But then really, in reality, behind closed doors, he's probably feeling like, yo, my life's about to be over. I'm about to go to jail for like 25 years, 30 years,
But I do think now some people are that wired wrong. That little bit of notoriety, the
craziness,
they'll go to jail and be happy with it. Because a lot of people ain't aspire to be nothing. Like, I like holidays, so I inspire you. Even back then, I wanted to be one of the biggest gangsters, wanted to be one of the biggest drug dealers, I'm going to change my life, I wanted to be one of the best mentors, I wanted to be a great dad, which I have accomplished all by hard work and just being honest. I was a shit dad back then. I didn't know how to be a dad from 15 until Gary died, and then I've got to figure out, yo, you acted a certain way. I tell it now, most people in gangs are fake to themselves. I didn't want to do that. I did it for Gary. I didn't want to do it. I did it for Gary. I only became good at it because Gary was good at it and I was like, he was my teacher. But I want to play basketball. I like to be a nice friendly guy, have jokes. You can ask my missus. I don't take life really serious because I've done the serious thing. Life's for living. Like, when we hold hands, I'm not bothered what anyone thinks about me. I'm on holiday and you guys who are acting that toughness, when's that time you hit the sandy beaches? Like, not showing off, I work hard, but I do like 5 to 7 a year, and that's Thailand, that's different countries. Because I like to live, I don't care what you think about me. I'm a grown man, I'm a real man. Now I'm being real, being Matthew. Skelly.
I don't know how you can diss that though. That's a good thing. That's the good life. Do you know what I mean? That's what you aim for.
I'm nobody in that life, innit? Your Skelly fell off, as they would say, Skelly fell off.
Right.
Because I've not got a man bag, and I'm not trying to push weed on the young. So I remember I come out, I'm not going to say the names, but the Libyans from Rusholme who, like, on it, run Rusholme, doing the like, they're on it. They even said, I asked him, BBC asked him, why do you respect him? And they've gone, because he come out and he's pushing the right word. He's trying to help us. He ain't trying to give us no bricks. He ain't trying to give us no 9 bars. I remember other guys, and when they hear it, they've gone to say, long story short, they're going to meet someone with their friend. They're bringing a shot. I'm like, no, you're not, because you're in uni. He's like, nah, I won't bring no shells. I said, but then you can still get caught with it. That's still 5 to 7. I said, if your real friends love you, respect you, just tell them you've got things to do and you'll shout you. 20 minutes later, he said, you know what, bro, thanks for that. You're the only one that gives me good advice. I've got all the elders out here trying to give me bud, trying to give me heroin. You're just trying to give me good advice. Yo, my man smashed college, yo. Like, all the youngsters, even, I'll say his name, one of my close friends was a infamous guy, got locked up, 15 years. He even said, yo, the woman asked him, I was doing a BBC thing, and they wanted me to have a bike. I don't have bikes, I'm driving it, but this guy was still in the hood. My man got the bike. She went, why are you like this with him? He's like, yo, she went, yo, you're from, she's from Russia. He went, I've grew up with him. Him and his brother did the thing proper. They didn't grass there. But now he's got out of it. He's not halfway in, halfway out. He's really doing what he's saying, talking to the kids. So anything my mum wants can get. Then as we're doing this production in Mossad, I don't know if they were living, whatever, a car full of guys got up and they were scared. I went, no. Carry on packing your stuff, man. You're going to leave the same way. I said, just to prove a point, yo. He's like, yo, what's happening? I said, such and such. He's like, yo, I come through my thing now and light it up. I'm like, no, you don't need to do that. But I'm like, look, you're always covered because I'm good wherever I go. I did it the right way. And I don't even have access to people like that no more. But just to show them that, yo, you're safe, like, you're safe.
So that comes down to like peer pressure then, like claws people back into that lifestyle or keep them there, would you say?
Nah, that's
we talked about this off camera, didn't we?
Yeah, but peer pressure, I don't believe in that.
Do you reckon? Nah,
one good thing my dad told me, and he's a muppet. No one can't force you to do anything you want. They can even have a gun to you, you still got a choice to die.
That's you, Matthew. That's you. And you're unique in that sense, bro, honestly. Think about it, peer pressure, you deal with a lot of kids, man. Like, they do things because it's cool to do. Like, even going back to your school days, right, you felt a bit of peer pressure to dress nice. You couldn't, because you couldn't afford it at the time.
No, I wanted to dress nice. No one was making me dress nice. Is what I see.
But you wanted to fit in. As opposed to, I don't care about what people think at that time. Do you get it?
No, because even as a drug dealer, my brothers can tell you, they all had 20 pairs of trainers. My thinking's been different. I had a kid at 15, so I can't buy 20 pairs of trainers. I can't spend, my brother spent, was it £600 on a pair of red monkey jeans because Papu said it. I couldn't do that. So I've never been one for all that material stuff. I've got kids, I like to put money away for their future. I like to go abroad, so I don't care what anyone thought about me.
Yeah.
Like, even back then, when I'd be like, get pulled over, I'd be having a conversation with the police, like, yeah, how's your family? They're like, how's your baby mother? How's your kids? There was at you last night. And people have gone, oh, see, Skelly, look at our friend with the police. No one ever been knocked up for anything that Skelly said, because I'm just having a conversation with somebody who keeps locking me up, so I get to know him on a first name basis. Let's just be real about it. My name's on no black and white. No, I've never been caught. So that's just dead that. Because these people are dumb and ignorant, and they think they can put a stain on your name. They'll say anything. Yeah. When I was talking about my stuff here, yo, Skelly was on TV with the police. And that's the police that stopped me from going to my brother's grave. But him doing that, I thanked him, said, you doing that gave me 16 months to calm down and think and look at it like, yo, we ran a gang. What do you think was going to happen at the end? And what your brothers did, obviously, there's only two ways it was going to happen. They get the money or whatever they went for. It's going to end up with someone getting injured. And God rest my brother's soul. But we ran a gang. Come on, let's be real. I hate when people are fake and say, yo, it shouldn't have happened, rare. I didn't want it to happen, but you're doing something bad. When you do something bad consequences normally come with it. So I miss my brother, like I said, and obviously, people love him. But it's like when I went to go shoot someone and got shot. Who can I blame? Society? No, I got a gun and went to go shoot someone and ended up getting shot. My brothers went to do something bad and badness happened to them. And without yo, this is what it is. Because otherwise, how are you going to move on? But let's just be real.
Yeah. If
you want to play in the streets have no rules and the streets don't love nobody. So what are you going to get if you start playing around with hate?
Yeah, 100%. Well said, man. We'll come to the story. I know in case the audience haven't heard your story, how you got shot, don't worry, we'll come to that briefly. We'll talk about it. But I want to quickly go through your first prison sentence. I think you mentioned there you were 16 when you went. Yeah. At 16, was it mentally tough for you?
Yeah, telling young people, do not listen to your elders, what you want to say. I heard it from an elder man. Yo, you go gym, the man coming out big and swole. Yo, you have a laugh there. So you're thinking, your jail's minor. Yeah. When you get on that sweatbox for your first time and you go to jail and that door shuts and you're like, well, when do we get out? And you're talking to the man at the window, now you're here till tomorrow. You're like, right, it's 5 o'clock. Now you're lying down thinking, yo, I'll be in a car now with my boys blazing, or about my baby mothers, or you're thinking about the outside world. Most people wake up thinking they're at home. I had a dream that, yo, I'm going to do whatever. So when I opened my eyes, I thought, yo, I'm going to check. See in the toilet and the door, you think, nah, I'm here, ain't I? And yeah, it is. It can be scary. Not like man was like, no, but inside your heart's pounding because you're looking at men who have been there for a year, 2 years. They're big. Some have got tattoos, some look like the killers. Everyone's looking at you from the thing. Obviously, you just push through with your face a certain way. And, normally they leave your door open. The man do come right where you're from. I'm just straight, because I had tattoos from the age of 50. I'm like, yo, I'm from Rusholme. Back then it was RMD. I'm Rusholme R&D. Why, he's such and such in here. Now there's such and such over there. I'm like, right, how do you roll with them, man? Nah, I'm cool. Yo, I'm from Leeds, rare. So man already know. And then you got tobacco. It's like, yo, come on, have a finger. Yeah, cool. But I never liked bullies. So when man have come in like normal guys who shouldn't be in jail for like council tax or whatever, And you hear, never forget this one time, sorry for going off finger, and this was on the second sentence, and it was a man I didn't like, and this kid's come in, and he's, oh no, that's all I've got. Yo, give me your burn, shut up. I'm writing a letter, and I'm like, because this is 2-1. So there weren't no mobile phones then. So I've gone, yo, come out. I hated this guy. He's with a Leeds guy. I've gone, yo, bro, give him back his burn. Yo, allow it to Skele. He's got nothing to do. Yo, give him back his fucking burn, yo. Yo, man, you're getting involved. So, yo, give him back his burn, because when I come in, you didn't come to me like that. Or the man who robbed you and bust your head on road, you didn't do that. So, yo, give him back his burn, you know, if I smash your face in. And the Leeds guy's looking like, all right, all that shit you've been telling me, I thought you was a G, really. Think if you're from Leeds and I'm from Man, I can tell you whatever. But when a real money man comes who doesn't like you, I'm telling you, I'll smash your face. And he gave him back his burn, and he went, yo, watch from the CEO to the guy. I went, yo, anyway, this guy sees you in the jail, let me know, I'll fucking smash your face in. I hate bullies, because I just think, if you're a real bully, bully everyone. Bullies are selective who to bully. I ain't the toughest guy, but ain't no one going to bully me or take nothing out of me without a consequence. And that's
usually prey on the weak, right?
Yeah, the weak, because they can see our vulnerability. I remember that Jamaican saying, duppy know who to frighten, so a ghost know who's to scare. So, like, I like to stick up for vulnerable.
I like how authentic you are, man. Like, just dropping it how it is. Like, you know, telling about your vulnerabilities in jail and all that kind of stuff. As opposed to saying, yeah, it was good as the older ones.
I cried that first night, and it wasn't because I was scared. It was because of the frustration. Like, yo, I'm really confined. Like, what?
Yeah.
Just, like saying, the second time, it was, I know what I'm in for, but that first time, and then you're having shower with man are coming in naked. Yo, I like to see women naked. I don't like to see guys naked. Nah, ball bags and bum cheeks. Nah, what's that about?
Bro, you're going to laugh at this, yeah, because I'm a straight civilian, as you know, yeah?
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't know the toilets were in the cell.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yo.
That's the deterrent for me, bro.
Bro, yo, if I would have knew all this, if man would have told me the truth, like, yo, you're showering with 15 other young offenders and man are going to come in naked. Guys, so I stand where I am. So when I'm doing that twisting shout like, yo, don't try and whip me with no towel, or don't try and come behind me doing that fake, like you're bumming someone, yo, because I don't play that. So it never happened, but other guys would come in and you see them proper scared, and when the door shut, I'm like, but Stoke Heath was single cell, so I was lucky. So you had your own toilet. But when I went to Hindley a year later, bro.
You're sharing cells?
Sharing cells, man, yo.
So what does the wing smell then? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what I go on there, man?
Nah, certain pads smell musty, because certain people don't have people to send money in. So they have one shower gel, prison shower gel, one soap. They don't open the windows, they just smoke tobacco because they're scared. I get it. They don't, and the showers, some people don't want to go in showers. I've been with a smelly guy, and I had to take him to the showers and take him to the phone because he was proper. I mean, he was in for council tax. This guy was doing, 6 weeks, but he was scared. I had to say, yo, let my man on the phone. Yo, bro, go on the phone, take my spot, and I'll go last. And I'm going to get his dinner. So the officers will put, like, most vulnerable people with me. Whoever's been in jail with Matthew, Skelly, you know, that you can go on other podcasts and look on comments. Been in jail with my man, he's real, he's a safe guy. I just don't. I've been scared, I've been vulnerable, but no one was there to help me. I had to front it. Yeah. So I know what you're going through, so I'm going to help you through that.
Respect, man.
Karma, you get a good karma.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. So you came out of jail. I think 12 months later, you were back in for whatever reason. The streets, what was the situation on the streets when you came out? Or what was the scene like?
Kicked off again with obviously my side. Us and Longside were cool by then, because we would smoke to each other and like seeing it was all a daftness, and shout out to the ones my age, like got respect and love for each other. I don't know the younger ones and I'm not in that life, but the ones I had an issue with, we all from 2001 we got on, because then I went to jail, Hindley,
right,
and I was the only one from Rusholme. There's only 10 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of Gooch, couple of Longside, couple of Dotted, and I'm the only one. I'm thinking, fuck. But I ain't staying on the wing. I'm one of them, even though my heart might be pumping, I'm going to face you to see what it is. I ain't running, because 9 times out of 10 it's a conversation, and you think you're going to have me running in my cell. And what was the driving force for that? It's not because I'm no hard man. Gary is not going to get a phone call saying, yo, your brother's on PC, your brother's not coming on visits. That's what made me come out my cell and front everything, because I love my brother so much and he puts his trust in me. I can't have you phoning, your brother's a muppet, you know, my man's not coming. Nah, I come off the wing and get rushed, and it was cool. It was cool.
There was a scene, I want to take you to a particular scene, right? I think it was after your second sentence, I'm not too sure, you can put me right. Yeah. I think it was on parole. You're in the cul-de-sac, the Grove.
Yeah.
And you came across someone that snitched on one of your veterans, KH.
Yeah.
Walk the audience through that story, bro. What happened?
So I've just come out, I'm on parole. I've got a 4.5, I did 2, 3. So I've got another, like, basically just under 2 years on parole. So I'm out, me, my brethren, and I think one of my little brothers, and a car's pulled up. So 1, 2, 3, 3 houses down. So my house is in the corner, 3 houses down there was my cousin. We weren't blood cousins, but we grew up, like my mum from West Indies and their mum. So it was like family. So this car's pulled up. There's a guy in the car. He knows he's a dark-skinned guy from Mount Road. And there's a guy there, God rest his soul, he's talking to my cousin. So my brethren's gone, yo, there's my man who snitched on G and KH. I'm like, what? He's gone, yeah, but he's got the gloves, he's got the ting. And I'm thinking, yo, well, go sort it. Something will deal with it. My man froze. He knows who he is. He froze. So God's my witness, ain't lying about nothing. Got me, said, cast the gloves, grabbed the ting. It was the 4.5. No, the 4.4, the 4.4 revolver. Put it in my waist. My man said, the guy who's talking to my cousin's got a big chain on. I've lit in the car and gone, bro, you snitched on my brother. With the gun, I'm leaning on him. He's in the driver's seat, something like that, right next to him. And he's gone, he's darker than your shirt, but he's gone whiter than the walls. Like, yo, he's gone, nah. I said, yeah, you did. Put the hammer back. He's gone, nah. So 1 minute. God's my witness, phone Gary. Gary was a lazy guy. This is like 2 in the afternoon. It's a hot day. I'm like, what you saying, bro? He's gone, yo, what you saying? Gone, yo, I got such and such here. Yo, did my man grass on you and KH? Yo, put him on.
Yeah.
I swear down, the guy was just like, yeah. Go on, what you saying? Nah, allow him. Like, nah, fuck that. Because you know, I'm in that mindset, yo, I'm at my height. I want to catch a body. He's like, nah. I said, fucking leave him. I'm like, I said, yo, you lucky, man. Get out of the grove, innit? And his brethren's gone, yo, what's going on? I said, yo, fucking get out of the grove and you do something. And my cousin just went, yo, get out of the grove, trust me, do you something. Got in the car and got off. So when Gary come, he's like, nah, he's the only one who didn't grass. I can believe it, but I'm thinking even to this day, you just didn't want me to catch a body because you know the consequences.
What do you mean?
Out of respect for the family, I won't say it because they've asked me not to say it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's...
but what are you referring to? Gary had a body to his name at that point.
Yeah,
a murder.
yeah.
Right.
That's what they were on trial for, and Gary beat it, and KH didn't beat it. God rest both them people. So I'm not going to name the guy, but God rest his soul, and God rest Gary's soul.
Yeah, I know you mentioned you don't want to talk about why Gary said not to shoot him, but just to not to discuss what went down and such. But why do you think Gary ultimately said don't shoot him? So
Gary, being through what he's been through, things he told me is like, bro, you don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want it on your conscience. Like, you're always going to see that image, and you're always going to... Like, and I see now he changed him to a degree. So, you know, God rest both their souls, and that's why I won't go into it for respect to his family.
Yeah, of course.
Well, other podcasts I have, because it's just the truth, but I get out there feeling.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, was that the aftermath then? They reached out to you afterwards?
Yeah. After the podcast,
fair, yeah.
They were putting comments,
respect.
and obviously...
No.
At first I was getting angry, like, but it's the truth, but if that's hurting you, I leave that out. And leave his name out, because obviously...
The only reason I'm just repeating it is because to drill it out there, to you people out there, you're doing a madness, and there's certain things, there's certain consequences you can't take back. Do you know what I mean? There's the implication of hurting people, like you said, karma, all these things are going to come back and psychologically mess you up, like PTSD, as you mentioned before, trauma, sleepless nightmares, I don't know what goes on.
Yeah, you get all that.
It's raw, and people, what do people do, bro? They turn to drinks, drugs, go down a downward spiral, make it even worse.
And can't get back.
Do you know what I mean?
Or for what? The streets, over a gang.
Over a name, street credit you mentioned before.
Postcodes. Ask most of you kids who are getting involved in any postcode wars, any crap. Do your parents even own the house that you're fighting over in the postcode? Did they own a house in that postcode? Do you own a brick? Are you somebody? Can police just kick your family out of that house? Of course they can. You don't own nothing. So it's when you look at it, it's all for stupidness on both sides. Yeah,
and while we're on it, I might talk about the misconceptions of this lifestyle, or the reality of this lifestyle, Can you even trust anyone in this game really fully, bro? Does loyalty exist? Be real with me.
Yeah, I got it with Gary.
Yeah.
If you've got a brother...
That backfired, innit?
Yeah, no, but that was different. I know brothers that shot brothers. I know brothers that have gone at each other because they're in different gangs. Just the way we were brought up, my mum has taught us, that's all you've got is yous.
Yeah.
So no matter what, gal, money, your friends, you never put each other before. I don't know how other mums raise their kids, but she told us that. And I give my dad that, the piece of crap. That was, he said, yo, if you've got a tenner, it's $2.50 each. So that's all I've known is, yo. And, you know, girls have tried it, baby mothers have tried it. You know, I'm your baby mother, that's your brother. Yeah, that's my brother, though. He's going to be here forever. Are you going to be here forever? I ain't going to take that chance, so I'm going to side with my brother.
Apart from Gary, who was the most loyal person you met?
Wow. KH, without a doubt. KH, solid, 100%. Love him like a brother. Seen him the other day. He's good.
He was a lifer, right?
Yeah. Come out and smashed it. Like, good job buying a house. Kids, like, don't get in trouble. Like, he's turned it around like me. He smashed it. And I say, Jamal Parsons, whatever his second name is. I thought it's Parsons from Sheffield, used to be an S3 big gangster, named Jim Bob. Love him like a brother. Phoned him the other day. He's loyal. Me and him went through. My brother died in July, God rest his soul, and his best friend, who was like his brother, died Christmas the same year. So we had that in common. And plus, like, we were gangsters and all that crap. But that what made it. When I got out, he tried to help me the best he could, vice versa. He's done a few times. I think he did another 6. He did a 6, come out for 2 years and did another 6. Then he come out and I said, you know what, come and work with me and rare. He went back to his old friends and had this conversation. He went back to jail for a year. Now he's changing his life, you know, like he's a good man, he's a good man, changed his life. But
let's talk about, because we mentioned earlier about you getting shot. You talk about getting shot on your thigh.
Oh, sorry, and Perry Doyle, ex-ice hockey. Now, this was a big time, like, don't put his business out there. He's done his thing on a big scale. When I was in jail, he was like a big brother, hard type big brother on me. You're just being stupid, you dickhead. And his fists are like 3 of mine. He's an ex-ice hockey guy, but he's humble with it. He's humble, he's nice. And when I got out, he was like, just telling me, look, I'm smashing it. Got my own gym, got nice watches, going on holidays. So when I'm on the phone, like, nah, fuck this, bro. Gonna link up with JB and link up with Sir. I'm like, nah, bro, fuck that. It's not worth it. What you doing now? Yeah, you ain't got the finances now, but you're happy, Matthew. And they just checking from time to time. And I said to him, you know what? I always, if you put something up, love you, big bro, because you was the one, when I'm seeing you flying places and all that, you said this could be you, and you didn't give me money, because that would have been a handout. You gave me the advice and the tools how to think and to regulate stuff to get able to get to this place where I am. So I always thank him. He's helped me. And Jane Carr is my mum. Met her in jail. I say it all the time, but long story short, she was there when Gary died. Before Gary died, she got me a job with where she worked. She took a pay cut to get me a pay rise. She did all my emails for me. This woman is my mum. She's my second mum. Like, she's, so when it was coming, I was in the open jail when Gary died. They moved me, got me back to the open jail. So Christmas, I was going home for 5 days. This woman got an inmate to get me up. I've gone downstairs and her office was normally bright. So when I've opened the door, it was dark. So I've gone like that. The woman risked getting fired to smuggling a proper cake with candles. She gave me a hug. I had tears in my eyes. I was like, no one's ever did this for me. She's like, yeah, I love you so much. You're like my son, but you're going to go home. I won't see you over Christmas. She's not back until January. Just want you to know everything you've been through. And when I was in the closed jail trying to get back to Strangeways or somewhere so I can see my mum, she was blocking it, telling officers, block it. No, he's coming back here. He needs to be back here. Can't. Yeah, so they're the people, that have helped me. I'm sorry.
They're in that world, but obviously we've got Stacey in the back as well.
Yeah.
But outside, civilian world, we've got Stacey here, right, in the background.
Stacey Cullen, my missus, helps me out. Like, know what?
I got you, Stacey, don't worry.
show me what, like, I would say a proper woman is, because I've had relationships, and then you think, and she said it the other day on a holiday, like, we had a little, not argument, but she put it on me, she went, I'm right in it. You've got with women, and whether it's gone on 6 months or 4 months, you just want that proper love that you give, and you've not got it. That's why you've had a few relationships went nail on the head. I said, people chase coke, people chase money, people chase power. I chase normality. I love being normal. I love being able to just walk normal, not having to have the bounds, not care which car's coming past us. Along with my kids, my brothers and their kids, like my family, and my missus were happy and we're safe. I don't care what anyone thinks about me. So having a woman who allowed me to be a man, went on holiday, like, put out, she didn't pay for a thing, but her appreciation. And then the last day, she paid for everything. Now, I was struggling. I was like, no, I'm getting it. It's like, I told you this is how it's going to go. She kind of bullied me on that one. But it was a
That's
nice...
how you know you got a real one, man.
There you go.
There you go. It's a beautiful thing, man. When you got it, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Got to keep it.
Got to keep it, 100%. Prior to this, we're talking about...
The shooting,
violence and all this kind of stuff. While we're on that theme, might just talk about the moment that you got shot. Talk me through the series of events that led you to being shot, bro.
Well, the day before... that day I got chased by a specific gang, but they peed me off because they got the drop on me, which happens, but I was just peed off. So that night, grabbed the 945, grabbed my little brother, grabbed another kid, ballied up, riding down Great Western Street, pulled up in the alley because we knew this park where they'd be.
Beresford, no, that's Beresford Road alongside, sorry.
Yeah, Great Western Street.
When you said Princess Parkway, it's nice because I know these streets, I know these ends, you know what I mean? But go on, sorry.
Parked in the alley, come out the alleyway, told my brother and his friend wait there. So I've come out, gone right, and then right again. So onto the next street. There's like 4 or 5 kids, and one of them put a comment up, I was one of them kids, if he actually was one of them kids. It was about 10:30 at night, 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. Dave all froze. Because I have to imagine you're just chilling, smoking, and literally from here to where you are, there's a guy all in black with a belly on, and I used to have a bandana so you couldn't even see the whites on my eyes, with a 44 or 45, whichever one it was. They all went, and I could have killed him, but like, remember I told you, Gary told me, when you do it, make sure it's worth it, because ain't many things worth it, because it's going to stay with you. So I'm thinking, I don't want these 15, 16-year-old kids on my conscience, and I don't want to be that on the news scene, because what do they do? They're going to find a picture of him in his school uniform, 15-year-old, 16-year-old gunned down by a 25-year-old man. They're not going to put that these guys were gang members, like riding.
The most innocent picture.
Yeah, the most innocent.
Yeah.
So when you go caught, you're going to get slammed. And I don't want to take a young soul. Now, if they would have been 20, 21, God knows I would have caught at least 2 bodies that night, and I would have cared, because I was in that mindset.
So that came into your mind then, what you just said there?
The age group, yeah. Right, but if they were 20, if I would have turned the corner, it was the ones my age, or 20 above, I would have caught at least 2. Because how I seen it then was, you've joined it, you're a grown-ass man now, you're over 21 or you're 20, 21. These are 15, 16, they ain't seen life. So let them go. So then when I'm going back in the alley, someone's going, yo, who's that? So I ran to the park, and obviously you can just see shadows ducking. I thought, shall I let off at least 3? 'Cause I know my brother's got the 9, which holds at least 15. But I thought, I don't want to hit an innocent, like, young person. So I've gone back in, gave my brother the gun and fixing my pants. He's gone out. Gone across the road. I'm trying to catch him up. I'm thinking, if anything happens to my little brother, it's on me, and my mum's going to go on. So I've had to stop at Moss Lane East. A car's come. God just said, look behind you, there's a kid running at me. Bang, 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 about 6 shots. And I'm riding on my mountain bike with my head down. Obviously, my vest is rising up. I can just feel the bullets like, shoo, 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 shoo. And you can hear him hitting into the tree trunk like in front of me. So I'm like, where's my bro? So he's come out. Bang, bang, bang. Dave shot back. I'm halfway across this croft going to behind Moss High Bury. Now, I've gone like, no. God said, look left. I'll just hear the voice. There's a kid on the road, all in black, with a fisherman hat with a Max and machine gun. So I've gone, I had to grab my thing. Remember, I gave it my brother. So I'm thinking, yo, can't you see this guy in the road? Remember, it's dark. It's like 10:30 now. And I've just gone, he's got it there. So he would have went right through me in test. I remember thinking, oh, God, not me intestines, not my stomach. And I've just gone, God, if this kid's going to shoot me, please let him shoot my lower body. He's just gone. And then sprayed off 30. It felt like a dead leg at first, so then carried on riding. Got into the alleyway, took my belly off and all that. I'm sweating. Hear the car going up and down. I thought, if they come in this alley, I'm dead. I ain't even got a gun, and yo, I know something's up with me. So I got to my son's granddad's house.
So at this point, you've been shot?
Yeah, but I didn't know. I just felt like someone gave me a dead leg.
Right.
So I got to my son's granddad's house, flipped over the fence, and he's Jamaican, crawled into the house, and he's going, wow, go on, phone the ambulance and police. Don't tell him I've been shot. Tell him an old white lady's been stabbed and robbed, because they're going to come. Yeah. I already know that if you say shooting, arm response, I have to clear the scene before the ambulance. So I'm on this the chair, blood's coming out my thigh, towel, it's turning red. Gary, Nate Dogg, God rest both of their souls. And my little brother come, and Gary's going on like, but he's going on because his emotions like, you could have got killed, you knob, rare. I'm like, bro, let's get me to hospital. We've come out of the house, they knew where we were coming, 2 shots, we shot at their car. Well, Gary did, got in the car. They've gone left, we've gone right. The ambulance, the paramedics and the police were there. They've heard all the shooting behind him. So stopped the car. One of my brothers jumped out with 2 guns running, turned the car around. Police dive for cover because all they've seen is 3 men pull up, ballied up, coming to a skidding halt. And then a Honda Accord. They remember the big long blue ones, yeah, the automatic. So I've jumped out. Yo, I know has been shot. And this is the gang police. They know who I am. Got me on the ground, battered Gary, God rest his soul, battered Nathan, God rest his soul. I'm looking at Gary, both eye to eye, and you can see, yo, he's got a tear in his eye, and I'm in and out of consciousness, and I'm just like, obviously I'm like shouting, get the ambulance back. Police are like,
you're in pain at this point.
Yeah.
Because it first felt like a dead leg, but now you're in pain.
Now it's wearing off. Now his adrenaline's wearing off. I ain't gonna lie. Boy, that was burning, and that was painful. I wanted to cry, but I'm thinking, yo, if I die now, these people ain't putting on my headstone, Skelly cried. I'm going out like a G. That's how dumb it is. Police guy walked over, and the police guy's even said it in front of Michelle. When we first got the call, we laughed. And this is like years later. This is like last year. So when I turned my life, I was working with him, helping some kids out, get out of gangs. But at the time, he come over and went, we don't care if you die. The people you've shot and you and your brother, what you and your brother did, and all the young lives you've ruined, we don't care if you die.
At the scene?
Yeah, at the scene. The nearest our response is setting out now from Cheshire. You're looking at 45 minutes. I've probably been bleeding about 45. Remember the bike ride as well, I'm pushing out of blood. I was blacked out. I remember waking up in the ambulance and the paramedic woman tapping me and saying, Matthew, don't fall back asleep. You've lost too much blood, you might not wake up. I remember looking, these are my 3 thoughts. I thought, you smell nice. I want your number. But I couldn't see her, I just could smell the perfume.
What you like, man?
And I look at the sky, I just went, God, I don't want to wake up. I closed my eyes on purpose. I don't know, probably an hour woke up. handcuffed there, the gas mask on and all the arm response. And I'm like, where's my brother? And they're like, we've locked him up. I'm like, why? I'm the one that's been shot, so he doesn't go kill anyone. I'm like, he ain't gonna kill nobody. They said what they said. Then a young doc's gone, in and out your left leg. So I've gone, why doesn't my whole lower body feel funny? He's gone, oh, that's the trauma of being shot, you know, the older ones come, I'm not lying. Oh, I'm swearing at the guy, the police banged me in my jaw. Obviously, I've gone, and I thought, you know, you see arm response, you think, yeah, you'd love for me to try and raise up so you can just put one in me. So the older doc's come out, I've got Matthew, who's gone in and out your left thigh, and he's held my penis in 2 hands, and I could just see like the bullet hole go through. It was like kind of like a snap branch. I just went, it's gone through your penis, so I'm going to stretch out, it's gone. I blacked out. I ain't gonna lie, I blacked out, and I seen out the state of it. Then I woke up the next morning, and he's coming, gone. It's gone to your left, gone through your left thigh, through your penis, through your right testicle, and it's in your right leg. It's right here, my right leg. So I went, how many bullets? He went, 1. And he went, you're lucky, because it could have hit your main artery an inch lower. It would have nicked your main artery. You would have bled out within 2 minutes. You would have been dead. But when you're unlucky, because obviously you're a guy. When you're riding, obviously your man got boxes on. When you're riding like that, everything's up and down, flapping up and down. It's a perfect line, so everything had to be in that millisecond line, your penis, your testicle, and your both legs. Because when you ride, look, they only meet for a split second there. Testicles had to be,
That's But so, oh my days, bro. Getting shot is one thing, right? But down where you got shot and went through, like what was going through your mind? I know it's a side topic, bro, but...
No, I just said to the doctor, as long as I can get a hard on and bust a nut, I don't care. I've got 3 boys. So I already had kids at this point. So I'm like, long as it works, I'm thinking,
sweet.
What can man do if man can't bust a nut? What's that testosterone going? Man ain't going gym. And if you cannot use that again, you ain't ever having sex. Unless you're pleasing a woman, and that don't work like that. So nah. But thank God.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, everything perfect.
But the violence didn't stop there, did it? I mean, you got a flipping... While you're in hospital, there's almost a war in the hospital, or man's trying to get you.
Man's came to the hospital, my boys are out patrolling their area at night, and people don't want to come, and it was a madness all over. Us building this gang, we dragged so many young people into it who now can't get a job, I've done certain things. So it was justified getting shot. I went to go shoot someone and got shot. Don't play with guns. Don't join gangs.
How did you safely get out of the hospital? Because I know they came for you in the hospital as well.
Yeah, but they moved me to another part of the hospital, like a dead end, like dead. It was quiet, and then took me out the next day. And my brothers came and got me, obviously.
Right. So
brothers had guns and all that.
So you survived that one, man. What lesson did you learn from that? Did you at that point think, I want out of this life? Or what?
No, I was angry. I wanted to kill. I'm angry. You think you can shoot me? Because ego again and pride. I'm Skelly. But then I went to jail shortly after it, and a couple of years after it. Moved different areas, started coming up here, lived in Colliers for a bit, started selling drugs, left the gang thing alone, made peace with quite a few gang members, and then went to jail the third time, and then brother passed, and then got out and changed my life.
If I'm not mistaken, 2009, you ended up back in prison?
2010, I got caught 2009, but obviously back then if you didn't go not guilty, and you got bail from the station, it was like 6 months to a year before you got sentenced, where now it's quick turnover, but then it was like 6 months, so I got sentenced February 2010.
And this was a different sentence altogether, right?
Yeah, a different sentence.
Right. During that sentence, you received some devastating news about your brother.
Yeah.
Walk me through that.
So Monday to Friday, I went home on a home visit because I was in the open jail. So I went home Monday to Friday, spending time with Gary, my brother, my other brothers, my 2 little brothers, seeing my kids. I was with one of my baby mothers, so I was going back to her house and just, being a dad. Friday I went back, I had a mobile phone, it's open jail, so it's way easier to get him in. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, spoke to Gary, JJ, Kyle, my mum, cool, put my phone away. Next morning, got up, it's a hot day, July the 27th. So I'm thinking, I've got another 27 days, I'm back out again for 5 days, and I've only got 16 months left. I know everyone in here, Jane, everything's cool, I'm having my coffee, got my burn, tobacco, rolling it. Smoking, thinking, because I'm a cleaner, so I ain't got to do much, and it's an open jail. I'm just walking around or talking to Jane, having biscuits and tea or going gym. So as far as jail goes, it was the best it can ever get because it's an open jail. I was going to college, so you get to see women, you're getting good food, like it was good. Some guy comes running up to me, and this guy talks a lot of crap. So 8 in the morning, you're like, what do you want? So he's gone, have you heard what happened last night, bro? I've gone, nah, why? He's gone, 2 of your brothers got stabbed. I'm like, nah, we shoot first, nah. No, he's gone, no, 2's been stabbed, 1's dead. Now, I'm thinking he's lying, so I'm not even thinking which brother. But you ask anyone, everyone would have put any brother but Gary, because he was the most serious. If he ain't got his gun, he's got his knife on him and whatever. So I've gone on the phone, one morning, son. What you doing? Oh, I'm just going here with your brother. Okay, cool. So now I'm thinking, when I catch this guy, I'm going to knock him out. But I've had a little feeling. I was going, Mum, forget that. I've heard about my brother. She told me 2 years later, I was so scared to tell you. That's why I was like, I'm doing this. She went, and hearing your mum go, my heart just dropped. I thought something. She's gone, yeah, your brother Gary's dead. I went, you what? She went, yeah, he got stabbed last night and his heart is dead. Your other brother, Kyle's in a coma. So I just put the phone down, slammed open the door. I've gone up to my cell. And there was a guy on the phone, weren't friends or nothing. So I'm shaking. I'm like, dead? I spoke to him last night. I was in disbelief because I spoke to him last night. I'm thinking Mum's got it wrong. So my man's come and he's just gone, yo, like basically, yo, what's going on, yo? Because you see me crying in it, like crying, smashed the door open. I've gone upstairs. And obviously he's put the news on, and when I heard, like, it's all over the news. 2 males been stabbed. One died. Gary Mullings from Rusholme. I remember, felt like someone just stabbing my heart. Not all the way, and just pricking my heart. Like, I can't even explain it. Anyone that's lost someone that means that much to you, it's just, that KO'd me. So I'm crying and everything. Like, your lips going snot. Like, I'm destroyed. Like, right then and there, it's like half of me just went, like half of my soul went, like I was in a bad place. And then never forget, it's all over the news. So while this is happening on, the governor and the police are talking, I don't know. I'm just thinking I'm going to go sign my license and go home for a few days, because in the open jail, when it happens, you're allowed to go home. And I'm with Jane, and I'll never forget this voice telling me to swear at God, like, say God. And I remember looking up thinking, I'm looking at the sky, I'm looking at the sun, and it's beaming, and I'm just hurt. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can hear another voice going, don't do it, don't blaspheme. Don't do it, don't do it. And the other voice is shouting, go on, it's took Gary from you, look, rare. I just remember going, I love you, God. God, why have you did this to me? Why have you took him? I just dropped to my knees, and I think that was a reset for Skelly leaving and Matthew, because then about an hour later they said go to reception, sign your license, and go home. So I've put my head down, I'm still crying. I've just felt click, a pair of handcuffs. So I've just gone bare tears in my eyes. I'm like saying, what? They went, yeah, the police has told us. Because when you go to jail, they only know what you're in for and your previous. I've only been to jail for drugs. Not like it's anything not bad, but I've only been in for drug dealing. So they didn't know I ran a gang and we shot people and police suspected us of such and such. So the governor went, yeah, the police has told us who Gary is to you, what it means to you, the things you've done. We have to get you to behind the closed wall, which is Marlins. Jane, I said, I just want to speak to her. I'm crying, I'm in ball. I said, I need to see Jane. Mr. Wood, shout out to you if you're still an officer. He went and got Jane. He said to the governor, he needs to see her. Put me in a private room. Jane came, and Jane was crying because Jane's like my mum at this point. I wanted on her 3 months, but I opened up to her. She gave me a hug. I went to Marlins. That day, I'm telling you, that night when I closed my eyes, people believe it's a dream. It ain't a dream. I spoke to my brother. I'm hugging him, like crying. He's like, what are you crying for? I'm like, you're not dead. He's like, I am. I'm like, you're not, bro. Me and him are walking, and he's got a set of keys. We just walk past these gardens. There's a guy, we're walking like there, and there's a guy here, and he's just watching us. I can't see his face, he's just got a hood up, and he's watching us. Not menacing, he's just watching us. So I've gone to Gary and gone, bro, if you're really a spirit, you're really dead. Why you got keys for? Why you just float through the gate? He's turned around with the most saddest face, and he's gone, it's all right, bro, I'm going back home. I'm going back home to God. Put the key in, open his gate, some light come out, just gone, like, woke up, yeah, he is dead. And then when you're in that spiritual place and you're not, like, you've not been drinking alcohol, I used to say, bro, come and see me. And I'd go sleep, and obviously your spirit leaves your body when you sleep so your body can recharge. And, I'm talking to him, and he's telling me what I'm doing, like, and then it stopped coming. And I used to think, nah, you don't love me, but it's nah. He knows I don't need him no more. He's got his kids, he's got my mom, he's got other people, he's doing whatever he's doing on the other side. And how can I be strong if he's always there to pick me up? 4 weeks later, they kept telling me you can go to the funeral. The day before, the day jail's locked down at 8, it's Marlins, yeah, 8, half 8, they come to me and say, go reception to try your funeral clothes on. So I'm walking thinking, yeah, I can help throw the dirt on the coffin, I can say a few words in the church, in my family, give him a kiss on his forehead, like one last brother. When I got there, and the governor and the 2 security screws, and the governors went, Matthew, can't let you go. Police have told us who you are, what your brother meant to you. There's going to be gang members with guns there. So for the protection of, the civilians and
that must have broke you.
Yeah, bro, I dropped to my heart. I dropped to my knees. I was in bits. But I'm crying, but I'm looking around the room for the scissors. I just wanted to kill myself. People, I've heard comments, yo, you ain't clearly never loved no one the way me and my brother's relationship have. When someone does everything for you to make you feel safe, now that safety net's gone and that real love's gone, you just want to be with that love because that's all you know. Me and my mum at that time ain't reconciled anything. But dad's a waste of space. So they said, well, it's never been done before. We're going to take you to the Chapel of Rest. So they took me in handcuffs. And for that hour and a half from Doncaster to Manchester, I forgot he was dead. Because the officers were making me laugh. And because I know him, they were just talking to me, giving me a cigarette after cigarette. I remember just looking at the finger, thinking, yeah, a bit of fresh air, I can breathe. Then when I got to Harper Ray, they took me in this room. And Rod Carter, the police officer who locked me up and everything, he's the one that stopped me going to the funeral, but he arranged for me to come to the Chapel of Rest. And he's like, take the cuffs off him. And obviously a little back and forth. And he's like, take the cuffs. If he's going to run to his baby mothers and finger. He can't outrun all us. So when I got in this Chapel of Rest, and it's a big room and it's freezing cold, and I just see my brother. And Gary was like a fair-skinned guy, but it was darker than the night sky. Because obviously he's decomposing quick and the makeup looked crap. Blue hat, blue cardigan, blue jeans. Also, mum dressed him as he dressed in real life, socks on. So like the movies... Because I've only seen one dead body before, and that was my friend who died of cancer, God rest his soul. I've gone to grab his hand, like the movies. His hand was frozen stiff, cold. That cut me. So I've just dropped to my knees and said to the officer, went outside, said, take me back to jail. Had like a panic attack. The next morning, when all you kids think it's gang, and this and that, when I phoned my mum, and my mum went, Mum, sorry, they won't let me come to the funeral. She went, yeah, they won't let your two brothers come. And she's gone, it's all right, son, I've got to go now. They brought Gary's body to me, it's downstairs. And she went, I started crying, but put the phone down. Because mum's always said, if you hear me crying, you're going to worry. All of yous will. So if I show you I'm good, you're going to get on with your life. In that moment, God just let the ton of bricks drop off. So the gang we created and all that, selling drugs and gang, and we were right till the wheels fall off. My mum, who's been through a rough life herself, had 4 boys, and her house got raided like 100 times in 1 year. If they came on Monday, we know they're coming Wednesday. To come Wednesday, you know they're going to come on the weekend. It was that like clockwork. She went through all that, murder trials, drug trials, her first son at 16 getting sent to jail. Like, that's everything. My dad beating her up and everything. And now she's burying her firstborn son with none of her kids there to carry that casket. I felt worse than dog shit. I felt worse than drug addicts who are like, I felt worse. I felt bad. And I remember going to my cell, slamming my door, crying. And with everything, I dropped to my knees and said, God, please forgive me. Accept my soul, whatever you want me to do and go through, I will, because I've done it my way. And then bit by bit, I started changing my life. But I was crying for like, I'm going to say a good 2 years, 2.5 years straight, like near enough every day.
Because you mentioned you had 16 months left of your sentence. Yeah. That grieving process must have been rough, man.
Jane, if I was upset, I'd go to Jane's office and she'd kick whoever out and I'd sit there and she gave me the real. Enough time she was to my face, she was like, but you're on a gang, what do you think was going to happen? I told you this was going to happen. And you gave me the spiel that's going to ride till the wheels fall off. So this is the...
Dropped it.
Yeah, she dropped it on me, just like, she went, so this is what you really asked for now. Don't blame at the world, your choices. And at the time I'm thinking, you cheeky bitch.
I take accountability, basically.
Yeah. But when I went to myself, she's like, it's right what she's saying. Like, so Jane was a massive help. Without Jane, I wouldn't be where I am now. And yeah, my mum helped me a little bit. I'm going to say 2%. Jane gave me 98%. Times I got out of jail and I was crying, and Jane, I love her husband too, he'd be like, Jane, your son's on the phone. She'd be like, which one? Because her son, Jamie's white. She'd be like, the black one from Manchester. And she'd be like, take on. And then Jamie would phone and I'd be like, oh, no, it's crying. I'd be like, no, it's all right. Talk to your son, I phone you back. She's like, no, he just wants money or something. You're my son too. I phone him back. He don't need me now, you do. And she got me through it. So yeah, shout out to Jane,
man. How long did it take before you started to pick yourself up and go back to quote unquote normality in some ways and put it all behind you, sort of thing?
You know what? When I got out, so I want to say 2 years after he died, 2011, 2013, April, March, April. By that time, I got a job cleaning rental cars for Europe Car. That gave me normality.
Civilian life.
Yeah, I'm walking with my packed lunch in a bag. I'm cleaning cars, dropping them off to people who knew me, who were now got S3s and Rolexes. And before I went to jail, these men were nobody. But I just looked at it like, I can get what he's got. I can either do the drug dealing and get 12 years like the judge said, your next one's a 12, or I can work and it's going to take me much longer, but I can still get that. But I just need to be a dad first. And so, yeah, I was happy, bro, dropping cars off. Rental, that's a good job for a first job. Rental cars, I mean, Beamers, the new cars, you're driving up and down. Like, it was a good job. It taught me about hustling legal way.
Yeah. I know the audience is going to kill me if I don't ask this question, but how did Gary die? Was it like a robbery or something? Or
yeah, so my 4 brothers went to rob somewhere.
Was it like there's titles going on saying that he was your dad?
Yeah, my dad was involved with his killing, yeah, 100%. He either pushed it in him or left a knife, and that's facts.
And are you both from the same dad?
Yeah.
No way.
He's a piece of shit, though.
No, you need to. I know we're short on time, but you need to expand on this story.
Let's just say they went there to rob this weed place, my dad's weed place, that You know, he set up, from what I've seen, the evidence I've seen, he set up. I don't care what my brothers say. The evidence I've seen, he set it up. When they come in, yeah. And his own friend at the coroner's court, when I got out, because the coroner's court took long, so when I got out, me and my mum can testify to this. The man who was there, one of his friends, good friend, said, you viewers tell me what you think and read between the lines. He went and looked at my mum with tears and I said, love, every night we lock the knives away in the drawer. Because, you know, Jamaicans, they cook and everything. And we should do. I've been into enough blues and enough gambling houses where they cook and they will clean everything because that's how Jamaicans like to clean and put it away. He said, the knife that stabbed your son, Joe left it on the side. I was the last one out the back door.
Joe's?
Our dad. The coroner said, that old person you're saying killed Gary couldn't have did it. To break someone's rib and pierce their heart, it takes a lot of force. I've seen my dad stab my uncle, and I mean with the quickness, twisted it and everything, where I was like, yeah. I've had it out with my dad through the phone, he can't come near me.
So just to clarify, in case the audience missed it, Gary's going out for a robbery, set up by your dad, you said?
Yeah.
And your dad was at the scene?
Yeah, was there.
According to yourself?
No.
No, he was there.
The guy my dad and his friend and a couple were there. The guy at the coroner's court who was there, who got knocked out, he said, the knife that killed your son, looked at my mum, your Joe left it there before he left the back door. He was the last one out the back door and he left the knife that killed your son. Pause, what do you take from that? Real Jamaicans ain't going grassing each other. The coroner said this old man with angina and all that couldn't have killed your son. So he said there was other people in the house. I said to the police, well, it proves what his baby mom's been saying for years. Someone else did it and we know who. And he went, so no one could hear. And he went, yeah. And my mum could tell you, I kicked off in court. Mum had to drag me out. He's had his karma, he's had a heart attack or whatever. He's going crazy. Karma's a morph, like he's a piece of shit. Like,
and he's found not guilty in this whole...
Nah, that law came out. If I run in your house tonight and I'm upstairs or whatever, you can use a knife, you can use whatever to protect your family, which if the old person had a part in it, I can't be mad at him because he's protecting his family. Anyone running in my house, yo, I'm gonna chop you down, right? Because I got a daughter and a missus. Yo, I kill you stone dead where you stand on that step. Don't come, I don't play that. Protect your family at all costs. So I can't be mad at him because I do the same thing if an intruder come in my house. Now, if you're outside my house, yeah, we're gonna have a fight or I'm just gonna close my door. But once you come in at night time, yo, I'm thinking my daughter's a girl, she's 11, my missus, yo, you're a pisser, you here to, yo, if you get past me, I don't know what you're gonna do with them. So it's best we both die on this step, innit?
So you have that sort of
just being
balance.
real.
You're being real, yeah.
Yeah, just be real, don't be fake.
Yeah.
I know it hurts, it's my loved one, I'd miss him and wish it didn't happen. But him sacrificing his life for us because he didn't want to go and everything, like the spiritual side, he didn't want to go, but he went. Like, and he knew he was going to die. He told someone, and that person told me, and the person ain't lying, because I know how when he said what Gary said, like, he knows he's going to die shortly, but he's not bothered because God's with him. That's Gary.
The next logical question is, like, the motivation behind it. Why would he do that?
Why?
Yeah.
Because the person in the house is his friend. You're not, just because you've had sex with a woman and created a life, don't mean you love that life. If you've never did nothing, you've never bonded with him, never brought Gary nothing, he cannot come in front of my face and what have you brought Gary for any of his birthday?
But to kill him over what for a few pennies? His friend?
Yeah, his friend's in there. You don't know a man running in there with guns and everything. You want to protect. Now, I've done that enough times. I've set someone up but I've got the power to like, nah, turn back. Nah, no, fucking turn back. Because you want to please your boys, but you're thinking, this is my day one, that ain't happening, so you block it. But when they're all running away, they ain't hearing that. So, like I say, I know what, I don't even have no ill will to him because my nan always say, once you dig a grave for someone, dig the next one for yourself. God don't like nasty, so I leave him to God. And none of his kids
That's
around him.
Quote, that. I'm going to use that.
No. If I'm asking badness for you, it's going to come to me. Don't wish badness for no one. But I live an amazing life. He's had a stroke or a heart attack. He can't really move and work. None of his kids really check for him. Like all his kids check for their mums. So yeah, you live a lonely life. And then the big thing is you got to answer to God why you did what you did. Yo, I'm good on that front. I ain't never killed no one. I'm not saying shooting people or anything, but I could have killed people if I wanted to, but I chose not to because I don't want to go to God with that on my soul.
Yeah, and that's answers the question where, why he didn't take revenge, etc. Plus, he's your dad. It's like, you don't make sense. It's a weird one to navigate this one, bro.
Nah, because it's God. It's God. I believe God says don't touch your parents. Like, even in that situation, I leave it to God. Now, imagine I go and blow his head off and I go and do 35, Gary's kids, my kids. I would have never had my daughter. Would have never went, what message and working with the kids. And I've got an amazing life. I ain't no rich guy, but I have an amazing life. Got amazing kids. My daughter's a goalkeeper. She plays for Moston Tigers, one of the best club. I coach under 9 boys, met an amazing missus. Like, when people say life can't be perfect, life is perfect. So, doesn't mean, because people say perfect when you've got, I don't know, millions, but nah, I'm good. Money-wise, I'm good, and my business is growing. I'm helping lives. I'm motivating people, inspiring them first and foremost. But then the financial side, I'm good. And I'm happy in relationships with my kids, my mum. We're in an amazing place, me and my mum. Came from holiday, first day, like, we came back 2 hours later, me and my missus and my mum went for a nice food. And for my mum's saying kids, Caribbean, they're harsh when it comes to like criticising their house. And she even said it in front of us, she went, I like her, I really, really like her. She's got good aura, she's a good person. And to see her and my mum actually genuinely get on, not force it. And then, you know, she met my daughter loves her off. See my daughter, give her a hug. And that's not me telling her, that's off her own back and smiling and taking her side over me. So for me, my kids are happy. My son, Demika, is a great kid. He's 21, he's a mechanical engineer. He's going Tokyo. He travels about 8. He does more than me because he loves festivals. But as a mechanical engineer, he's worked since 16. I remember taking him, going to his first football match at he was 16. He just finished school. And then the big smile that he had when he see me in the crowd. And then I've gone like further down there the pitch. And then he's gone, you dropped me to work, Dad? I've gone, course. But remember when he got his job, he was like, I don't want to tell you something like, but you might laugh. I went, go on. He went, I got a job in B&M. I went, laugh. Son, I'm proud of you. The first one in our family to get a job from school. Like, and then my oldest son, Malachi, is a great dad. My granddaughter's looked after. He works, like, so all my kids are healthy. Granddaughter's healthy. Life is perfect. And it continues to get perfect because I stay with God and I stay on the mission. One message, helping these young kids.
Have you forgiven your dad, though?
Nah.
No.
Forgiveness ain't for me, it's for God, dying for me.
But that's part of being a godly person.
Why? Who says?
I don't know. I'm speculating about the Christian. Are you Christian? I'm assuming.
I ain't got no
titles.
No titles. No.
Oh, fair enough.
I did take my Shahada, but then
no way.
No, but there's certain things to me.
Brother Gary.
Yeah, no, but
Aki.
They gave me a name. What did they give me? Abdullah, which means messenger of God.
Slave of the Most High.
Yeah, but there's certain things in every religion that I don't agree with. So I removed myself from everything, but I believe in God. So just because I don't have a title, you cannot tell me about God. You can put a gun to my head and click it, and I'm going to say, I know God exists. I know Satan exists. I know heaven and hell's real. I've been down there. And I'm not talking this world. My spirit left my body. It's another conversation. But so just be a nice person. I stay on God's path, and forgiveness is for God. Because how can I forgive you? You've took someone from me. That's that you can now. How I can't talk to you. So to forgive someone, I mean, to me, you can be in their presence. I can't be in his presence. Like, he's come to places where I've had to walk out because anger and that black mist comes over me. And I know Skelly wants to come out and do some serious damage, but so I'll take myself out of it. Yeah, I might get angry, shed a tear because that was my world. But I look and think, through Gary's death, me and my three brothers, we've all got a nice life. 4 brothers. We've all got a nice life. We all work. We all go, we're great dads. We all go abroad. We all get on with each other. And if Gary would have died, who knows where it'd be? Rather be doing life, couple dead, and a few might have made it with money. But nah, like, so I thank him. That's why I do what I do, because if I don't do what I do and we live a life to the fullest, he died in vain. So
yeah, that's deep, man. We can't end the podcast without talking about One Message Foundation, man. So talk a little bit about the motivation behind that. How was that set up, and what is the aim, and how to help the children in the future?
Well, I used to work for another company from 2014 to 2016, and they let me go. But I was going into schools just telling my story. So a lot of people kept saying, especially Jane, go out on your own. You know, you've got a great story. So I set it up. I got married in 2015, December. Found out she cheated 2016. I mean, 2016, February. But between that time and 2016, January, I set up my company. Had a laptop, a company name, asked God for the name, one message came. Didn't have no contacts. Someone I did work for a year ago, shout out to Phil from Stockport. He put me in touch with Stockport Council, so started doing schools there. And I remember my first check for 10 schools being $3,000. I was like,
decent, that.
That's what I'm saying, decent. Yeah. Yo, this is legal. So I did all the schools and proofs in Stockport, and then I went to Wigan, Lancashire, then started doing more schools, and I developed it to do outreach, put on community events where 20 kids come to the park and we play football, we get drinks and sandwiches, all out my own pocket, but we talk to them, and then we sit down and we let the kids have the conversation. So these are kids from 9 to say 13, and then I do other age groups, and be like, We'll go from the world, politics, to outlook on life. Not just a variety of everything, but let them lead it. Challenge them. And at the end of it, they're like, no, real talk. Because no one has time to have them talks with kids and challenge them. Because you don't want a kid to be like, oh, no, you don't know what you're on about. Now I challenge her and I come with facts to show that I'm on about. Then I was doing keynote speaking, doing college, universities. Then started mentoring kids in school, doing one-to-ones in schools, doing group sessions. Doing
so a nice little gradual progression.
Yeah. But every year I've got bigger, and then I did a Speaking Out Can Save a Life campaign, and what was the other one? Another campaign for the VRU. Shout out to the VRU, the Violence Reduction Unit. They do great work in the community, like funding organisations like myself.
If there's one guy that needs to be ambassador for this, it's you, bro, because you live the life, but you articulate yourself well as well, which is
nice
key.
One.
No, really well. Like, I think you're relatable and you talk a lot of sense. And I've seen some of your work here and there and in other podcasts as well, and how you talk about when the kids talk about certain things and how you explain them to have a paradigm shift.
Yeah.
Because you come from that world, you can, do you know what I mean? Just like Jane did with you.
Yeah.
You have that skill as well.
Yeah,
so it's beautiful. It's good to see, man, honestly, bro.
But I say more than a skill, it's caring. Because people have been from my lifestyle who try and talk to kids, but the kids are like, you talk shite. Young kids from 7 to 16, she said it the other day, can see through both the cran. Because I'm not the only mentor, but I'm taking you kids from, say, Rusholme, I'm taking them to Dovestones. We're just going for a nice walk, talk to them, challenge them. And they're like, oh, this is beautiful. I'm like, it's 20 minutes from where you live. So all that die from a block, I was like that. So on my first holiday, I was like, die for what? Yo, I ain't dying in dirty Rusholme, yo. Like, the world's bigger than Rusholme, like... Just be real with him.
I've got one question and then I'm going to go to a rapid fire session.
Yeah.
Just to end it. It's a little bit of fun and reflection.
Yeah.
But the last question is, let's say someone's in that lifestyle.
Yeah.
They want in out.
Yeah.
What's the first step for them to exit that lifestyle? What would you recommend? Is it like, for example, get out of the environment? What would you recommend?
First and foremost, just say a prayer to God. Just mean it. You ain't got to be 10 years deep. Could be your first prayer. Mean it. Second, be honest with yourself. What do you want to do and how much you want to get out? You might have to go, you might be 16 and you've never had GCSEs. Are you going to go night college? The first thing is drop the bravado, the pride and the ego, drop it. I had to not care what anyone thought. So 16, do you want to go night college where your so-called friends might say you're a waste man, you fell off. You're going to be lonely. It's a lonely road at first. But after a while, the right people come in are going to push you on when you're feeling down. No, do this, do that. Change your mindset. Instead of listening to drill, listen to different music. Move from that environment, move from them friends.
That's a big one, overlooked. What you feed into your mind is how it's going to play out, really. It's a big influence, that music, man.
I only listen to like drill music and hardcore rap when I'm in the gym because it makes me But when I'm driving, that's my missus, I'm putting on some R&B, some soul, because someone might cut you off, and if you listen to R&B, it's like, knob. But if you listen to rap music, it's like, yo, you want to get up on him, like, so...
I'm going to race him or something, just something stupid, innit?
So change your mindset, listen to what you watch, what you listen to, and take yourself away from chaos. So go for them walks around the park, find a woman that's going to calm you down, do sports, do gym, find what you need to do. Because everyone has an alter ego when you're in a gang. Mine was Skelly.
Yeah.
What did Matthew like?
That's deep.
It's true. Skelly liked the chaos. Skelly liked the, yo there, Skelly, yo, what you saying, G? Matthew didn't like all that. Matthew liked being with his kids, going on holidays, making people happy. I'm the guy that goes to Asda and the woman's 60 and she's had a bad day and everyone's like, helping her pack. I'm like, pack, love. I'm like, what are you doing after work? And she's like, oh, I'm just going to see my husband and my grandkids. And I'm like, grandkids? How old are you? She's like, 60. And I'm like, well, tell your husband and young, handsome, successful black guy, what is your number? If I was 4 years old, I'll be taking it. Now she's smiling and, she's blushing and everyone's like, oh, I just like to make people happy because I know when you're down, I know how it feels. I've been suicidal. I've been I felt like crap. No one loved me. So if I know human beings having a bad day and I can just say a few words and, make you smile, that smile will carry her through the day. I don't know what she's going on with. And one last thing, I remember at my brother Kyle can testify to this, we was going to go to Gary's grave and we kept putting it off. Like through the day, we went, long story short, there's an old lady come to me about 80 and she stood in front of me and Kyle's there and she's like, oh, do you want me to move my car, love? She's gone, yeah, so I've moved my car, I've come back. And she's like, oh, I'm like, this is my brother, my dad, rare. She's gone, I've got 11 graves to visit. I visited 9. Yo, she only had her, a granddaughter, and I think a niece. And she just broke down crying. I mean, broke down where, obviously, this was like 2 years ago. So I'm like, love, do you mind if I give you a hug? She squeezed me harder than my mum, then Jane. I'm talking for a good 20 seconds. And I was squeezing her. And she went, it's all right now. I've got to go. And I said to Casper, See how God made us delay it? Because if we would have went early, we would have missed her. She needed that hug. She's going to see 2 more graves in, I think it was North Manchester. Said she needed that hug. But God didn't make the 2 Muppets who have got bad soul. They made me and you be there, and she gave Kyle a hug, and she got in the car and got off, and it was like...
That's beautiful, man.
Beautiful souls attract beautiful souls. Don't get me wrong, you're going to get the odd nut job and the odd crank. But when you got a good soul, you always can spot him and just get rid of him.
That's amazing, man. Listen, I'm going to go on to a rapid fire session.
Yeah.
I'm going to be bang on time for your reservation.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah. It's just a couple of questions anyway, right? Yeah. What's your guilty pleasure that would ruin your street cred?
Wow.
Can't make it fun, innit?
Being in love and holding hands. So like...
you mentioned that before, didn't you?
Holding hands. And you see certain people look, but obviously Skelly's a tough guy. Skelly has shown no emotions. So, but I'm not bothered about the street cred. I'm a grown man with a woman that shows affection and love. So, as long as we're happy, I don't care what the rest of you think. Because a lot of people, when you was on holidays, I put and I said, look how many men are walking in front of their missus. Look how many men are not holding their hands and just, they look bored, they look whatever. I said, it's nice to show. And then you'll see a lot of couples go, oh, like, wish I was having that. It's true, it's true, isn't it?
That's true. That's actually true. That's funny. What's the funniest story you've got about Gary? I've got one that I've heard you say in the podcast. Like, I can say it now because you said it.
Go on, say it, go on.
So the one I've heard is that I would hate to be his enemy, by the way, because of this, right? So he was in a wheelie bin.
Oh, yeah. So he was in a wheelie bin and wanted this guy. And Gary's like, wait. And I'm like, yo, man, what you doing? You put the lid down, the guy's come, and he's just gone forward, and obviously the wheelie bin dropped, but he's gone, don't move. And then pulled himself out. I'm like, what kind of madman this are you on here? But I was inside, I was in stitches, and we went inside and robbed the guy, and, sorry for anything we did to you. Like, but...
He was in the wheelie bin waiting for him, yeah?
Yeah, it was in the wheelie bin waiting for him. Yeah, strategy. So when you pull up, obviously, if you're a bit paranoid, you're looking at, you see your wheelie bin. Remember, it takes you a good say 10 seconds to get out your car, you grab your phone, your keys. Don't move. My man would, if you could see your thought of running, Gary would have squeezed. Gary always said we needed each other. He said, you let people push you too far until you snap and then you go all out. I need you because I will do something and then think about the consequences later where I'm like, nah. Think of this, so that yin and yang.
Yin and yang, yeah, exactly. But that's some stealth.
The wheelie bin, the
wheelie bin was everything. That's some SAS stuff, man. Do you know what I mean? That's some high level elite stuff. Do you get me?
That's why I say to people, we ran a gang, but Gary's there. I was number 2. Like, I always gave him that respect because, some of the stuff I don't know what your mind worked, and love you, bro, but you are not job.
God rest the soul, man. If you could sit down with your younger self for 30 seconds, what would you say?
I would say, take the basketball, take the legal way because you're going to end up winning. The other way, now know what I know, you're going to go through pain to have a good life where I could have been a millionaire. And this is the truth. One girl said to me, she had me crying. She was 11. I was in jail and I was working with Jane, going to schools. And she went, you're part of the reason your brother's dead. I went, no, I was arguing. I was like, listen, I was in jail. She went, calm down. This is an 11-year-old, year 7. She went, Gary knew that when you come out every time, you're going to go back to it. So he's waiting for you to go back to it. You had 3 opportunities to play basketball. If you would have took any one of them, you could have changed the outcome. I went back to my cell and cried and thought, you know what? I blame my mum, my dad, everyone. But you two created it. Imagine if you took the NBA one. Imagine if you took the other one for Europe. Imagine if you took the Manchester Giants one, $2,000 a week, $8,000 a month. You can still get a good mortgage for your mum, pay it off, and you're still living nice.
Yeah, but one of the tricks of the devil is to look back and say, I could have done this, could have done that.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying, though. Fair. I like this one, What's the best advice you ever ignored? It's a deep one, so take a second.
Behind every strong man's a good woman. Behind every successful man's a strong woman. And you think, whatever, I don't need a woman, the thoughts or whatever you want to call them. But when you really get a good woman, then when you get a good woman, what do you want to do? You want to go gym, look nice for her. You smashing out them sessions. You eat cleaner, you eat healthier. Like, your kids are like, that's standard. That's standard. Best advice I got was, you ain't going to get no better advice than a woman that loves you. You get a woman that loves you, that's your mum. My mum's always given me the right advice. I just decided not to take it. Guys get jealous and will give you bad advice if they're jealous, but most women will give you good advice. Where I've got is most women have helped me on my journey, and it's social workers, teachers, just giving you advice. Matthew, you think you did that? I think you're proud. Not many guys have said to me, you're proud, yo, bro, keep going. A few have along the way, but it's probably most of the women. because most women are maternal, they've got kids to like what you're doing. So
it's that feminine energy, man, that every man needs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you. It balances you out.
Yeah, yeah.
And any guy you see that's truly happy, yeah, they've got money, they're financially good. But women need men and men need women. You need the opposite because that's what yin and yang. So
someone gave me a sick analogy, man. Is like, you know, men are like the moon, right? But there's not, you know how the sun goes behind the moon and it brightens the moon. That's science behind it. So the woman's like the sun behind, you get it, like brightens up. Without that sun, it's just a dull little.
No, that's true.
I know. I mean, I probably butchered the way, but you get what I'm saying, innit, bro? That's the masculine side. I'm trying to articulate feminine. You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of people who are going to be in the comments, oh, rare. They've never had real love, and a lot of haters are out there because they want what you've got, but they don't know how to go and get it. So instead of, how many men do you see asking masculine and walking, and you think, bro, you with your missus? You're acting like you got stones in your shoe. What? You with your missus? Why's your face set like? Yo, enjoy your time in a restaurant. Enjoy it, yo. Like, insecurities and, you know.
Yo, all right, last question. If this was your last podcast you ever did, what do you want the world to hear?
I want the world to hear, find God, be nice to each other. It's nice to be nice. Give us the best advice you can to everyone. Let's just help everybody. Just be a nice person. So that means work, help out somebody. If someone can help, you can help someone, help him. Give the best advice. Like it says in the Bible, love thy neighbor. Like, just be a good, nice, wholesome person. Enjoy your life. We're only here once. So instead of stressing about everything, you want to go on a holiday, but you're worrying about your finances, go. Money comes back. You can blow money. You can make money. How many billionaires have been broke and made $1 billion back? If you want it, just put your mind to it, but just have a nice life. Like, help people, find love, give help, receive help. Don't be too proud when you can't receive help because you're thinking, oh, I'm 30, I shouldn't be asking for help. Yo, we all need help. I still have help. Just be a nice person and live the one life that we've been chosen, because a lot of kids die at birth. A lot of people grow up with disabilities. If you're body able and you're healthy, yo, go and live your life, because don't get to 80 and regret it. Yo, I'm not regretting my life. That's why I do what I do. I help as many people. I'll go on holidays and you'll catch me in videos now, hugging my missus and giving her a kiss and all that, because I want to do it. But enough times I've wanted to do it, but not did it because what's everyone going to think? Yo, I don't care what you think, man. You're just wishing you could do what I do.
Wow, what a beautiful way to end the podcast, brother.
Brother, thank you for having me. It's been a great one.
Yo, it's been sick, bro. Honestly, I feel like I need minimal edit with this one because it just flowed. You get me? It just flowed, which is rare considering I've not met you before. So we just vibed with each other.
Good souls, brother. Good souls.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm so sorry because we got Stacey in the back who's been extremely patient for the last an hour and a half or so. I did have her in the back of my mind, but you've been amazing. So thank you.
Thank you. But I'm going to go take her out for a nice roast.
That's it. There you go. It's worth it at the end. You got a reservation. With that being said, guys, make sure you leave a comment, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps the channel more than you know. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.